YAMAHA, friend or foe? I ask you this as a musician and as a consumer. YAMAHA is everywhere, especially if you go into music stores. But where exactly did they originate from? In 1887, a medical equipment repairman in Hamamatsu, Japan, was asked to fix a broken reed organ. The repairman's name was Torokusu Yamaha, and at that moment, it sparked the beginning of one of the most extraordinary industrial journeys in human history. Today, Yamaha is everywhere, in motorcycles, guitars, flutes, saxophones, trumpets, drums, amplifiers. I own a lot of these things, even an alto recorder, and of course, pianos, in recording studios, on concert stages, in classrooms, and even beneath the ocean. Some call Yamaha a friend, the ultimate toolmaker for musicians. I even have a Yamaha acoustic nylon string guitar. I have many Yamaha keyboards, but others call Yamaha a foe, a Goliath that's too big to challenge. So who or what is Yamaha? Humble beginnings in 1887 to 1940s. It started with a broken organ. Torokusu Yamaha repaired it, then built Japan's first domestically produced version. In 1897, he founded Nippon Gaki Co. Limited, and by 1900, Yamaha was building upright pianos. By 1902, grand pianos, and within a few decades, they were Japan's top instrument manufacturer, even shipping overseas. But global conflict would disrupt everything. During World War II, Yamaha's factories were repurposed for wartime production, as were many others in the world. But the moment peace returned, Yamaha pivoted. Fast forward to the expansion era of 1950s to 1980s. In the 1950s, Yamaha reinvented itself. In 1953, it made a motorcycle, the YA1, which won its very first race. Yamaha Motor Co. Limited was born. Yes, the same Yamaha that builds pianos also makes world-class motorcycles. In 1954, Yamaha opened its first music school, and in 1959, it introduced the Electone, a game-changing electronic organ. Music classrooms across Asia and Latin America know the name Yamaha very well. In 1976, then came the golden age of technology. Yamaha launched the CS80 synthesizer, famously used by Vangelis in Blade Runner. But in 1983, Yamaha dropped a bombshell, the DX7. I've featured the DX7 on this channel very recently. It's an awesome work of art and science. The DX7 was the world's first commercially successful digital synth powered by FM synthesis. It became the sound of the 80s. Everyone wanted a DX7. Yamaha was no longer just a manufacturer. It was an innovator. The digital takeovers of 1990s to 2010 is very evident in the way Yamaha began building systems. In the 1990s, they began launching innovation after innovation. They launched the Clavinova digital piano line, and they became leaders in audio mixing, recording interfaces, and electronic drums. They even moved into professional AV gear and music production software. In 2004, Yamaha made a stunning acquisition, one of my favorites, Steinberg, the makers of Cubase. That was my beginnings of getting into the world of DAWs. Now Yamaha had not only acquired them, but also Nuendo. In 2008, it bought the amazing Bösendorfer, Austria's legendary piano company. In 2013, Yamaha also bought Line 6, known for guitar modeling tech. And I know you'll say, but those companies still retain their names. They're not called Yamaha. That's right. And one more in 2018, they took over Ampeg. Can anyone stop Yamaha? At this rate, they're gonna eat everyone for lunch. Yamaha wasn't playing in one lane. It was controlling the entire highway. Total market domination. Now let's talk about keyboards, which many of you play. Yamaha doesn't just sell pianos. It dominates every price tier in the digital market. Entry level, the P45, the P143, the YPT, the PSR range. Mid-range keyboards, the P125 and the P225. Not to mention, one of my favorites, the DGX 670. Talking about home digital grands, the Clavinova, the Arius. You see Yamaha everywhere, not to mention stage pianos. I've featured the CP88, the CK series, the YC61, and workstations like the Mod X and the Montage M. But before that time, I owned a pricey Yamaha for $3,999, known as the Motif XF8, way back in 2010. Yamaha is gargantuan. They're eating everyone for lunch. Not to mention in the world of arranger keyboards, we have the Genos 2, which is one of the top priced and most favored arranger keyboards, as well as the PSR SX series. First the 900s and the 700s, and now the 920s and the 720s. Can anyone stop these guys? If you play a keyboard, the chances are you've played a Yamaha. They even dominate acoustic pianos, from the popular U1 upright to the concert grade CFX Grand, which you've seen on this channel as well. Add in innovations like pure CF sampling or virtual resonance modeling VRM, not to mention the GHS and GH3 key actions, not to mention binaural sampling or the Smart Pianist app. It's easy to see Yamaha doesn't just serve musicians, it anticipates them and it aggravates the competition. The competitors fight back. Yamaha isn't alone, you know. Roland fights back with the super natural sound engines and modeling pianos. Kawai uses all wood keybeds and Grand Field 3 actions, not to mention its partnership with Steinway. Nord focuses on the elite stage market, and Dixie Bell pushes boutique realism. Casio isn't far behind in the world of pianos and keyboards, but when it comes to all the other accessories that Yamaha produces and all the other products, it's hard to compete with Yamaha. I know that each company offers something unique, but none can match Yamaha's scale, consistency, or global reach. Now I'm being a little bit too dramatic, because I'm going into my friend or foe mode. So is Yamaha a friend? The ever reliable creative tools for learning, creating, and performing? Or a foe? A Goliath that leaves little oxygen for competition? Maybe Yamaha is both. A creative ally and a competitive obstacle. A Goliath to companies like Korg, who are also in the arranger space and the stage piano space. Not to mention my friends at Nord. It's very hard to compete with Yamaha. One thing is certain. Yamaha is the sound of the modern world, from reed organ to revolution. It seems, my friends, that Yamaha isn't ready to give up. They're not about ready to relinquish their dominance to anyone. So, my friends, when you think about Yamaha, think about the magic year 1887. When you think about Yamaha, don't forget the crown jewels of Yamaha's piano division, their majestic acoustic pianos, like the world-renowned CFX Grand, played by legends and one of my heroes like Chick Corea. It's really hard for people like me to not like Yamaha, because even vocal groups like my heroes, who've wildly influenced me, like Take Six, proudly identify as Yamaha artists, showcasing the brand's widespread appeal across different music genres. Tracing Yamaha's history reveals a story of remarkable versatility and resilience. Over the decades, Yamaha's consistent excellence, forward-thinking approach, and strategic expansions have fortified its status as a global powerhouse. So Yamaha, friend or foe, if you are a consumer, undoubtedly a friend. If you are competing against Yamaha, they may indeed seem like a daunting foe. Regardless, one thing is clear. Yamaha's dominance in the music market isn't fading anytime soon. Competitors have their work cut out for them. Oh yes, they do. And when you talk about Yamaha's revenues, it is bothersome and it's troubling. You want to know the numbers? Well, here are the numbers broken down by segment for 2025. The fiscal year that ended March 31st, 2025 yields the following, and I'm using a conversion rate of approximately 153 yen to $1. For musical instruments, Yamaha's revenue was 296 billion yen, which comes to approximately $1.94 billion. That ain't shabby for musical instruments, my friends. When it comes to audio equipment, we're looking at a revenue of 128.4 billion yen, which is the equivalent of $839 million for audio equipment. When we talk about industrial machinery and other components, we're talking about 37.6 billion yen, which is about $246 million. So the total revenue from Yamaha is about 462.1 billion yen, which comes to $3.02 billion. This highlights Yamaha's dominance, their presence in the musical instrument segment, contributing significantly to their total revenues. If you want to know more, look at the link below. I'm going to put their revenue reports there, and I'm going to put other links that you can learn more about Yamaha from. So when I look at Yamaha, if I was to encapsulate it overall into 3 points, they will be as follows. Number one, opportunity and risk management. Right from the beginning, their founder found an opportunity in repairing organs and taking that up a notch to actually reverse engineer what he had found and made his own. That's what risk management is all about. It's about realizing opportunity, because we have positive risks. There was a positive risk right there and he seized it. What we call, he exploited the risk. He made it a reality. He built his own. And then he further exploited the market, manufactured a piano, capitalized on it, became a global seller. That's risk management. Heavy opportunity capitalization. The second thing I can realize from Yamaha's strategy is agility. During the war, they diversified, but after the war, they capitalized again, coming back. They diversified. You can say they were agile. You see, diversification is powerful. Yamaha's diverse portfolio, musical instruments, audio equipment, industrial machinery, automotive components, it helps mitigate risks. So as downturns in one market can be offset by growth in others, Yamaha is just riding that tide comfortably, without a care in the world. Some cares, but definitely not as many as other firms that are focused on just one thing. When we talk about currency exchange impact, Yamaha benefited significantly from yen depreciation, underscoring the importance of currency management and international diversification in global business. When it comes to agility in tough markets, despite the sluggishness in the Chinese market for acoustic pianos, Yamaha managed to sustain its overall revenue due to strategic recovery and growth in digital pianos and audio equipment. I also see their resilience through innovation, structural reforms in production that contributed positively to Yamaha's core operating profits, highlighting the crucial role of ongoing operational efficiency improvements. Dominance through comprehensive market coverage is also evident. The extensive range of price points, something for everyone. You will find it hard as a musician to go into a store looking for a piano and not come out with a Yamaha, especially if you're at the lower end of the market. Their name speaks for itself, and the price is due. Product offerings from entry-level keyboards to high-end pianos like the Genos and the Clavinova, it strengthens its market leadership and competitive resilience. Also, adapting quickly to market trends, the rapid growth in professional audio equipment indicates Yamaha's effective responsiveness to changing market demands, particularly in business-to-business segments. We also see an importance of core markets. Despite international reach, a significant portion of Yamaha's revenue, let's say around 23%, is generated domestically in Japan. That reaffirms the strategic importance of maintaining strong domestic market positions. Let's talk about brand strength and artist partnerships. Yamaha's collaborations with renowned artists like my favorites Chick Corea and Take 6 reinforce its brand prestige, which serves as a strong competitive barrier. Yamaha are definitely masters in cost efficiency and profitability focus. Even with flat revenue growth, Yamaha boosted its core operating profit by 9.1%, underscoring the effectiveness of cost management and profit-oriented strategies. They are indeed chameleons. And lastly, continuous investment in R&D. I follow Yamaha on LinkedIn and I see what they're about. They're always investing in R&D, always coming up with new ideas. Consistent investment in R&D, about 27 billion euros, ensures Yamaha's long-term competitive advantage through product innovation and technological leadership. Yamaha deserves a round of applause for their excellence and relevance to the world of music and beyond. If you've enjoyed this, smash the like button and you tell me, what do you think? Does Yamaha delight you, or do they aggravate you? Put it in the comments.